What's good, CSBA? This is my first crack at being in the booth this week. Week 8, final week. Got a Big East matchup here. Got my boy Johnny in the booth with me watching my alma mater, Marquette. First school I ever attended. Welcome, Johnny. How you doing, man?
Doing well, and glad to be here in the booth with you, and first game with you, and appreciate for having me tonight. Looking to have a good one.
Absolutely. I'm excited for this matchup, too. I wouldn't exactly call this a rivalry in the Big East, but two teams that know each other well, just from playing each other back and forth. Marquette starting it off with a banger, 3-0 right there. Let me know in the chat. I'm watching on the mobile network. Let's monitor the stream, make sure it goes well. I reset the network. Everything should be good. No crazy backgrounds or anything like that going on. RAM should be all dedicated to everything we're doing here, so Marquette with a huge block there, 5-0. What do you expect from Marquette coming into this, Johnny?
What I'm looking for is for them to really hit that fast break like they did there. Try to dominate the paint, strong on the boards, and stay hot from three, because that's kind of what they did last game to dominate and get a win last week.
Providence Friars on the board, drawing their first blood after Marquette goes 5-0. Looks like that's Smith with the ball. He'll dribble out to the 3-point line, comes back in, up and good. Marquette rolling so far, 7-2. I expect Providence to pick back up. Done a couple Providence games this year, Johnny, and they're a feisty team. They've given a lot of teams a run for their money.
I haven't had any this year. I've done some in the past, and ever since they've been in the CSBA, you never know what to get out of Providence team, and right now they're hungry for a win. They're on their home floor, trying to get a win column in the Big East, and I wouldn't count them out.
Cameron's going to be your one to watch for the Friars. I think that he is really the true talent and kind of the lifeline for this both Friars offense and defense as he steps up and good right on cue to bring this to a 1-point game.
Yeah, it really is. Cameron, they got a pretty good stat line. 8 points, 7 rebounds, very solid. He's just a very solid go-to player, and he delivers day in and day out for him.
Holmes Harris, one of Marquette and Coach Rusty's longest tenured players there at Marquette. I think he's been there his entire CSBA career, so pretty awesome for him not to hit the transfer portal and Rusty to keep him around.
Yeah, it definitely is. Always good to have those players kind of stick around and to kind of work through some things, up and downs, and
Cameron tried to take the lead there for the Friars and no good. Looks like Yao will go up strong. Foul on the play. Quirk, first personal, first team for the Friars.
Yeah, not a bad foul there by Quirk. Make him earn it on the line. Always, if you're going to get beat, maybe try to make them earn it. But just be careful not to get into foul trouble.
Yeah, we'll step to the line here. Marquette donning the gold jerseys. I'm pretty sure, you can correct me if I was wrong, but Coach Rusty knows how much I love these Marquette jerseys. I think he picked these just for me so I wouldn't give him crap about the old Marquette ones that are honestly god-awful and plain.
Yeah, they had some plain ones. Those are definitely some good ones there. I like the color scheme for sure.
Yeah, these were first introduced in season 3, back when Blackpaw was coaching Marquette, and I couldn't have been more excited about them. I actually helped design these a little bit. We put together the front Marquette script. We had to take it off of. It's hard to find. That font's really hard to find, and the numbers aren't exactly correct. But shout out to everybody on the back end, really making our jerseys look great here in the CSBA.
Yeah, no doubt. Do some great work on the back end for sure.
Suntory up and good as he flies through the lane there and puts it off the glass to tie this one up.
You know, I think that's what's something I like to see out of this Providence team. You know, get to the rack, get some easy buckets, but also, you know, for them, you know, that outside game for them was hot last game, so I'd like to see that be a key factor as well.
Ill-advised shot there, deep 3 for Marquette. Going to put the ball back in the Friars' possession as Bolt stands out here on the curve of the logo. Now over to Brown, who stands on Dunkin' Donuts. Quirk, now Cameron. Like I said, Cameron's kind of their lifeline. They'll kind of move the ball through him. Now back at the Bolt. He'll step out. 77 on the jersey, and good. Marquette wants to talk about it. 11-8. Providence takes its first lead of the ball game. Sorry guys, watching the stream, mine just froze. Everybody good?
Yeah, it looks good on my end.
Yeah, if you're watching my local computer, it'll be different from what they're seeing. Okay, there we go. I think we're good. I think mine's just behind. Okay. Anyway, Groves with a drip. And Marquette answers to go back up by 2, 13-11.
You know, it's not a good team there. You know, a little struggle there. Let Providence kind of get back into this. And, you know, Marquette there with the 3 there. You know, that's a nice answer out of a timeout after a steal.
Blurry now with the ball. He's going back and forth on the screen. And he'll answer right back to take a Providence lead again. 14-13. These guys throwing haymakers from beyond the arc here, Johnny.
Really hard. You know, that's always exciting to see. You know, stay hungry, stay hot. You know, that's big. I will say, you know, that's not also something good to get into. You know, you don't get into a gunfight. But, hey, man, if they're falling, they're falling.
Absolutely. Not going to turn down good shot opportunities and get that shooting percentage up. Blurry to low back to, Blurry back to low. Now over to Drake. Got some, looks like we got some subs in here. I was going to have a step just inside the three-point line. No good there. Hook will get the rebound, and he'll get it up to Groves. Groves just hit that drip 3. Ooh, Scott almost loses the ball. Hook cleans it up for him. Groves dribbling into almost a triple team, but Gleesak's the one to watch for, in my opinion, for Marquette. Him and Holmes Harris are 2 of their bright spots.
There we go. Gleesak's is a solid man down low, and you know, just kind of missed it there, but great defense by Drake as well.
Ooh, Ong with a steal there, and Groves with the foul now. Providence out to a 5-point lead.
Yeah, they're hungry, man. Like I said, they're hungry to get a win, and you know, they're trying to do everything they can, and you know, that's what it starts to. Even when you get that fast break, if you finish strong in the basket, you'll be rewarded.
Another thing is that free throw percentage is so important in the CSBA. You'll see when we go to the box score later in the game. Usually one team is is a lot better at free throws than the other, or if they're top 2 teams, and they both are. But it's you got to hit these free throws. It's free points, obviously.
Yeah, they're very important. If you get a reward to go to the line, you got to knock it down. And at home, hopefully that'll maybe give them a little confidence.
Marquette answering right back to keep this within a 4-point game. Ooh, low is going to be rejected, and Gleasack Jr. will come up with a rebound. Groves now to Green. Green wide open, and he'll slam it home. Two-handed flush there.
Yeah, way to push the ball by Marquette. And, Providence, you turn the ball over, you got to get back. And, I think that's a smart timeout there. Letting Marquette have a little bit of run and, not getting back on defense, I think definitely warranted a timeout to kind of slow that momentum for Marquette.
All right, you're watching CSBA on Twitch. We'll be right back.
Guys, he's loving what he's seeing as we see Paul Iverson with the dunk.
Yeah. Try a nice pass. What a pass.
They're leaving wide open. Sierkin with the pull-up mid-range, and he hit.
Top. Sees it. He goes right down the middle. And Carter drives that floater up off the lap.
All right, coming back from that timeout. A little bit under a minute and a half left to go in the first quarter. It's been back and forth. Both teams have had leads here. Both teams really showing out beyond the three-point line and in the paint. Blurry thought about it there for a minute and kicks it over to Barnes. Barnes drives the elbow, crosses across to the other elbow, but the ball get poked away by Scott. Groves picks it up, and Scott will go up. Another foul, low. First personal, second team here.
Not a good showing there after the timeout for Providence, but kudos Marquette on that really good defense and strip, and kind of fly down the lane there and get an M1 there.
Johnny, take over for me for a second. I gotta take this phone call. Hold on.
Go up and good. Number 4 at the line. We got Marquette 20, Providence 19. Mojo's down the floor. Back over to the middle of Barnes. Got a screen there. Drake roll.
All right, Johnny, I'm back. Sorry about that, guys. Work is work, right? So.
No, definitely understand, man.
Gleasack with the ball, stand on the top of the, call that the arch or the key. And he'll get over to Scott. Illegal screen from Groves, and that's a costly turnover for Marquette. Ball going the other way, Providence way now, with Marquette up 1 and 33.6 left to go in the first quarter.
Yeah, that's something we really thought, something to key to is which team's going to take care of the ball more. Back-to-back possessions for each team being a little sloppy with the ball. Not good for that offensive flow.
Brown now to Drake. And he's up and good. I think that was Smith defending. Not a lot he could do there without causing a foul. Shot clock is off. So we'll see if Marquette will hold for the last shot and try and take the lead back before the first quarter's over. Or will they put up one quickly here and give Providence a little bit of time? Smith has enough time to shoot. And dribbles over to the left. Does. 3.1 seconds left on the clock, and Marquette takes the lead.
Nice
Good if it
there.
goes. It does not. Hits off the back of the iron and out. That'll be the first quarter. You're watching CSBA on Twitch. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the Deuce. 22-21 is your score. Marquette on top by 1 point. These teams have been really evenly matched to this point. Johnny, what have you seen that you liked, my friend?
I really like Marquette pushing the ball up in transition when they force turnovers. That's key. Shown a couple times they're able to get to the rack and finish with contact. And honestly, same with Providence. But for them, really, I like their ball movement and getting into the middle of the floor and kind of making that defense move for an easy basket in the lane or finding that open three.
Quirk up, gets his own rebound, gets blocked, but it's in. It rolls in. I heard it hit off the ball there, Johnny.
Yeah, he hit one there, but there's the Quirk there. Way to stay at it, get the rebound off the block, and way to keep finishing. That's kind of the energy you need for this game to stay hungry.
Speaking of energy, Bolt gets the strip and saves the ball before it goes out of bounds. Brings it up, gives it to Brown. Brown over to Quirk. Quirk back to Bolt, waiting for this offense to really get going here as far as this play goes. Obviously, they've been putting points up, and Bolt with a shot there that didn't fall. Smith down to Myers. Myers looking to ISO up in the post, but Cameron's thinking about stepping over there and double teaming him. Ball disregarded as Smith now has the ball, and Yao up, and who is this Yao kid? I don't think I've seen him yet.
Yeah, he's non-existent down there, missing some easy shots there. Kind of rushing it. Kind of both teams rush those shots. Definitely want to look for something a little more efficient within the offense.
Could be a beast as he matures. He's massive.
Yeah.
Myers playing good defense on Bolt, and it pays off as Myers gets a rebound there. If you're just joining us, this game has been very back and forth. As you can tell, it's 23-22 right now, Providence. Myers up and good. Check that. Marquette going back up by 1. Bolt waits on a Cameron pick. Drives the lane. Fouled. Make him earn it, Smith says. As he'll foul him, get his first personal.
Yeah, I like the action there off the screen. Way to roll, but way to really attack on the screen and get just kind of open into the lane.
So Sky Bolt will step to the line here. In those nice Damian Lillard shoes that he's got on. Double sleeved, dribbles 3 times, spins, dribbles 1 more, up and down. Tied ball game again, Johnny.
Kind of what we talked about earlier. You gotta go to the free throw line. You gotta make them. And so far, Providence has had a pretty good strike here, getting in a tied ball game. And like you said, you never know out of these Providence Friars. They're always feisty. Marquette's kind of on a losing streak themselves, but kind of looking to get back on track.
Yeah, neither one of these two teams ranked, so they're looking to gain some momentum as we all head into the conference tourneys. Smith, a little early for the Gatorade powers to be activated for him, but they are indeed activated. Double picks coming. He'll step to the three-point line. No good. Bolt with a rebound. Seems like this has been the Sky Bolt show. He'll go backdoor to Brown, and Brown athletic flush off the baseline and up and good.
Big play, always say off a bad shot is a really chance to push in transition, and that's exactly what they got.
Man, I must have missed that. If Marquette's ranked, guys, my apologies. I just thought I looked through the didn't see their team. I don't know. Maybe I'm blind. I'm tired. Don't kill me. Holmes Harris steps back out to the three-point line. No good. Sunstry with the rebound. Smith now trying to drive around. Smith, three-point line. Good. Bang. Tied ball game yet again, Johnny. So, trading punches.
Yeah, and that's what you trying to get to stay in a game like this, can keep putting those punches, and we may see this come down to a last shot, in the second half, or even in the second quarter, to see who has the lead at the end of the buzzer.
Somebody throw my boy Roy Bacon a sub so he can not watch this with ads. If you feel so inclined. Not going to make it. Ooh. Holmes Harris. Rare mistake there as he dribbles out of bounds.
Yeah, I didn't know what he was going to do with that ball, but I guess he credit to the Providence defense. He always goes, don't allow the middle, push him to the corner, and, well, it did just that.
Yeah, I seen Coach Rusty sit down in disbelief, asking why on the bench. Hook now with a good rebound. Ooh, gave him some space and paid heavily for it. Back-to-back threes for Marquette now. Go ahead, Johnny.
Oh no, you guys saying bang, and that just that crossover move just created that space, and he made him pay.
Cameron up with a nice rebound, but couldn't follow up with a nice shot, and it'd be Marquette's ball. Holmes Harris up, fouled. Barnes first personal. Holmes Harris going to the line for 2.
Yeah, I think this is a critical stretch here. Critical stretch for Providence here. Kind of letting that Marquette taking the lead, now going to the line, make it a 5-point lead. Just got to be careful here and not let Marquette just take over the momentum and, kind of run away at the end of the second half because it's kind of a dangerous spot here.
Holmes Harris, a couple of spins, his trademark routine. As he steps to the line, we'll see subs come in here. Yeah, will take his seat on the bench. Marquette playing small ball. I see both Gleasack and Yao on the bench over there.
Yeah, it looks to believe so.
Timeout on the court. Providence wants to talk about after the free throws. So getting some breakdown here from Coach Katie Murphy, your current #1 Georgetown head coach. Providence comes out of that timeout and hits a banger of their own. 2-point ball game.
That's exactly what they need to do there. I thought that timeout was hit us to keep.
Johnny, I'm not sure what's going on with your mic, man, but you're cutting in and out on us. I don't know if that's happening in the chat as well, or the stream. Ong Dong Ong gets the ball. He is working on every post triple threat move that he knows. He'll get it out to Blurry. Try a pick and roll. Ong Dong Ong looking like he has no idea what's going on, but he knows what's going on now as he bodies Gleasack Jr. one-handed flush. And somebody needs to clip that because that was a wild turn of events. We're not going to watch this whole thing, but believe you me, Ong Dong Ong looked confused, and then he wasn't. He slammed it home right in Gleasack's face.
Yeah, that one was a little personal. I don't know if you can hear me a little better.
Yeah,
now.
we can. Sounds good.
That was a little personal there. I said, might at halftime check those screws on that goal and rim, because he about ripped that one off, and I about came out of my chair.
Groves drives to the elbow, now a little bit farther in, up and good. Marquette with a 4-point lead now. Ooh, Gleasack says, I've had enough of this, and sends that one away, but also grabs the rebound. Turning turnovers into points is what Marquette's trying to do here. Green out there going around and around on that screen. Up and go for some drip on the layup.
Yeah, nice looking layup there for Marquette, slicing and dicing that Providence D, and it's kind of an issue right here on this run. Providence has been able to score, but they're kind of trading buckets instead of getting stops.
Good recovery for Blurry there as he lost his dribble and almost the ball, picks it up and goes straight up with it to come from almost behind the backboard and put that one in. Gleasack working on a big mismatch here, and that's easy money for him.
Yeah, Gleasack there kind of just took his time, didn't rush it. When you have that smaller defender, if you kind of rush it, it's leaving it susceptible for a steal. He kind of just took his time, had the drop set, and just saw the ball into the basket.
Could not agree more. That's exactly what happened there. Long. Now to Drake. Drake to Low for three. Good.
Dang.
Minute to go in the first half here. 3-point ball game. This has been everything we've wanted it to be. Now that I know that Marquette's ranked, could possibly put them on upset alert if this continues to go back and forth like it has.
Yeah, something to watch. This game, I hope, kind of stays where it's at, and it's a nail biter, and hopefully, one of these teams, sadly, somebody has to lose the game. But I'd like to see this one stay close and a dogfight to the end.
Marquette's free throw, no good, as Hook kind of bangs himself on the head there. He'll probably adjust and try and hit the second one. Thinks about it for a minute. Still no good. Logo into the corner, Blurry for three. No good. Wide open. Couldn't have been any more wide open.
Couldn't be more wide open, and the Dunkin' Donut Center was getting ready to erupt if that one would have fell.
But instead, we're now looking at a 5-point Marquette lead. Could have been tied there if Blurry had hit that. 24 seconds to go, 20 on the shot clock. Providence will probably hold on to this and just try to keep it close and keep Marquette with a minimal possession going back down the court. 10 seconds on the clock now. See some motion from Low now with the ball. He'll step inside the three-point line. Up, no good. And Gleasack won't even attempt. And that's where we'll leave it. 42-37 is your halftime score. You're watching CSBA on Twitch. We'll be right back with a halftime report. Johnny, give me something that Providence needs to improve on as they step onto the court for the second half.
I think for them is just to knock down more of their opportunities when they get that opportunity in transition, and to hit that transition three or something like that. I think for them, hitting those shots where it probably needed the most, need to hit it, and then when they're trading buckets or getting that momentum to switch, getting those stops so they can kill Marquette's momentum.
Would be huge if we saw an upset here over, now I know it, number 10 Marquette. Looking at field goal percentages, this game on paper shouldn't be as close as it is, Johnny. 47% shooting for Providence, 65% for Marquette. Usually you see a larger margin for points scored, but it's a pretty close game.
Yeah, normally do. When you see 65%, you think they have to have over almost 50 points for the half. Maybe it just kind of show the definition of this game. It's been a little sloppy, early, a little bit here and there, and offense is not being efficient, and so it just Marquette may have had not as many field goal attempts, or they had a few more easy attempts. And I think that's another thing for Providence, for them, is to try to get those easy baskets and improve their field goal percentage. But on the defensive side, lower Marquette, because to win a game, a team can't shoot 65%.
Groves being named your player of the half as they were featuring him there right before the quarter started. So he's off to a hot start for this Marquette squad. And as Holmes Harris brings it up the court after a quick Providence bucket to start the half. Holmes Harris with a quick answer. That's that veteran leadership there, Johnny, that Holmes Harris brings to this Marquette Golden Eagles squad.
Yeah, good look there. And like I said, Marquette came out and answered right back after a quick bucket. So now we're trading. And, on a road game like this, close to season, it's always good to have like that veteran leadership.
Sky Bolt answers right back for Providence. Holmes Harris off the handoff. Almost loses his dribble there, being double teamed. He'll push the ball out to Smith. Had a wide open guy behind him and missed him. Ooh, Smith wide open after the pick. Great pick there. Bad defensive awareness for Providence as they let that one go wide open.
Great execution on that pick, and it just got open. The defender just kind of lost his man there, and there was nobody there to recover on the help side.
Bolt now into Cameron. He'll step back and try to deliver, but nothing good on the delivery. And it rims in and out. Yao going to drive the court and goes up. Smaller defender on him, and he'll make mincemeat of that guy as he puts it up and in.
He really did. Makes me nervous, though, when you see the big man try to go coast to coast. But way to contain himself and way to finish at the basket, young fella.
They say Bjorn Lockhart, former center for the Marquette Golden Eagles, started that point center movement where we see these big guys move up and down the court with the ball pretty much coast to coast. And Yao steps up right on cue there and gets the block. Oh, ill-advised pass though. Oh, and he might get it back. Oh, wow. Great defense by Marquette and Yao to recover that and poke that out. And nothing to show for it. Yao really trying to do the most out here. Not really getting it.
Not really getting done, but I really enjoyed the hustle. But I was really liking there to see him try to raise up and use his height on a dunk instead of trying to lay it in there.
Ball out to Bolt now. He's going to pull up after the defense gives him some space, and they should not have done that. Looking very Luka Doncic-esque there, standing in the corner with that 77 on. Fires it up and good.
For sure. Hand down, man down. Don't give that space.
Myers now to Holmes Harris. He'll split the defenders. He's standing at the free throw line. Probably needs to throw this up. Does, and no good. Great defense there by Providence. That's exactly what they need to stay in this game.
Yeah, absolutely. Way to get it stopped. Ooh.
Smith with a strip block there on Sky Bolt. Give it over to Yao. Yao back to Smith. Smith to Double H. Holmes Harris been there since I left. Myers to Smith as well. So Smith getting a lot of touches. Has a wide open Myers, but throws up the three. The prayer, the Hail Mary three, if you will, and gets it to drop. Long Dong Long will check into the game here for the Friars on this timeout.
Yeah, what a shot there. Where executing on. I thought he was going to dish it down, and he got that slide of space and fade away for three, and made him pay.
What a shot. I'm still in shock about it. Seven-point ball game here. Marquette's biggest lead thus far. And Long Dong Long will give it to Barnes. Kind of a crazy pass that he sent there, Johnny. But paid off, I guess. Yeah. Well, maybe it didn't. Ooh, Scott in the corner. Good. Bang. 10-point ball game.
Yeah, just like that. Providence not getting back on defense.
Siri, shut up. Sorry.
Not getting back on defense and just kind of really hurt him there. And, there's not a lot of explanation for it.
Lesak, board man gets paid. Goes straight up and down for that rebound. And he'll give it to Groves. Player of the half. And he's trying to work his defender up. No good. Great defense by Providence. They want to climb back in this down 10. Barnes pulls up. Good. just inside the 3-point line, make it 8.
Good awareness there by Barnes. Way to, get the rebound off and running. Didn't really see they were colliding there in the paint and just decided to pull up there for that mid-range. Way to get that lid back off the basket and, try to build back some momentum to get back into this game.
Groves with another. Was that Groves? I think that was Groves.
I believe it was.
Yes, it was. 72. Blurry now over to Low. Low from 3. Good. Wow. Fireworks aplenty here, Johnny, as see Groves bring up the ball here.
Like I said, don't count Providence out. They're starting to fight and getting those stops. You never know what could happen. Marquette must have been hearing us listen talk, and there hit the 3 to put it back to 10.
Ooh, great defense there by Marquette to force that to go, but it doesn't matter. Long Dong Ong with some drip as he sits outside the hash marks on the key and puts it in. Marquette timeout. What are you talking about right now if you're Marquette and up 8, Johnny?
I think, in this huddle, you talk about, get back in transition. Don't let anybody get behind you. Don't give them an easy shot. And, you got to, Providence has this momentum slowly building, seeing the games trading buckets, but eventually the team that loses momentum maybe stop making shots and let them in. They just got to stay the course and keep fighting as this pesky team is trying to fight back into it.
Johnny, you got the knowledge of a coach, man. Are you trying to coach in the CSBA?
I have had a run at my fair share of coaching. Might potentially could make a return at some point, but I enjoy more just being a player than being in the broadcast booth and doing stats.
Hell yeah, man. I feel you there.
And I've been around basketball though in real life too, just for a while, so got a little bit of knowledge myself.
Well, we appreciate it, especially in the booth. We need more people here. If you have a nice rig, gaming rig, and you're interested in streaming, it is a league job. It will help your player out. As far as packs go and things like that, and Wired is definitely looking for people. So if you can and you're willing, you got the time, please shoot Wired a DM. He'd love to hear from you.
Yeah, for sure. I want to say I guess great rig. I got a new laptop, but I don't necessarily say I guess a great rig, but I'm gonna try to help out some more, at least be able to call some games. And I thought once I got to a normal job and kind of busy, and heck, sometimes I feel like I'm running around more than I did in my last job working night shift.
Oh, I can understand that, my friend. Also, color people too. When I'm just talking. I'm not just talking streaming. Color commentary is a great gig around here as well, and just providing the basketball knowledge that you have and putting it to use in the CSBA. We are looking for all kinds of people. I'm sure if you got a job you want to do in this league, Wired will put you to work, and it'll benefit you, your player, and more importantly, your team.
Let's feedback around on that. Been around. I'm not sure exactly how long, what season you were here. I've been here since the first season, so definitely seen a lot of things grow.
How have we not run into each other, man? That's crazy.
I kind of go in spurts sometimes, where let's say unintentionally, not say it disappear, it just kind of happens, and I don't necessarily pay attention to certain things, but I kind of there, but don't speak as much. So apologies on my part, just things get in the way. But I really enjoy this. For the most part, get some time now. I've been able to get back to it and enjoy it a little more, try to be more active. But like you said, these jobs definitely benefit yourself, benefit your players. That's how I got to talk to more people outside the people that I played with on my team, and it's kind of a good time. You kind of get to see the whole aspect, and it definitely pays off for yourself and your team.
Yeah, it truly is a great community here that's been built. I've been here since season 3, so I'm still bewildered as to how you and I have not crossed paths until just now, tonight. I literally thought, I'll be honest, this is my naivety. I think that's a word. I thought you were brand new, I'll be honest. It's crazy. Nuts. Never mind.
Yeah.
You're an old head like Ty.
Yep. Old head. Originally started out with Louisville. Went to Oregon. Finished out that first set of player, and then I went and coached. So I had a stint as Clemson and at Virginia, and then kind of retired that guy. Went to the NBA early, and then started a new player. And now I'm back with Louisville.
All right, well, get your 4s up in the chat. You can tell the stream has been pretty good, so I'm pretty proud of it right now. Hopefully Daddy Wired's proud of me. Get ready for a State Farm assist of the game here. Probably going Marquette's way. I don't think we've seen an alley-oop all night. Oh, there's a layup. Never mind. Right on cue.
Yeah.
They really put
They
it
were
to me.
listening.
Yeah, a layup. I don't think we've seen an legit alley oop though.
No, definitely.
Because I usually get pretty wild. Almost said wired. That's weird.
Speaking of War, yeah, that's always here's some threes. I try to when I'm not calling with him. I've had a couple games with him, so try to shout out to the bang, his signature signature phrase. So I always try to throw it in there for him. Kind of in honor of him if I'm not calling with him.
Yeah, absolutely. I think everybody tries to duplicate it. I don't think it's often duplicated. Never like that perfect. Call it a New York accent that Wired has. Forget about it. That kind of thing. But it definitely is his catchphrase for sure. But the whole CSBA's adopted it. It became an emoji inside the Twitch. And if you are Providence, that is not how you climb back in this game. They got 7 minutes to make up 10 points. Think they can do it, Johnny?
It definitely can happen. This game is my tongue twisted there. This game is a game of runs, but turnovers like that just kind of dribble out of bounds. You got to be aware and move the basketball. So it's going to end up like that. Then no.
Yeah, up and good to make this a 12-point game now. So we're trending more for a 20-point deficit than we are a comeback. What was that? Yeah, with some crazy magic there, and there's another layup.
Are we gonna get an actual alley-oop?
I don't think so.
Maybe not.
Well, both teams are playing small ball, so probably not, honestly.
That is true.
Cameron's out there, but he's a candidate. Bolt. My apologies. Up. Good. Keep it within 12. They need defensive stops and offensive buckets in a hurry if the Friars are trying to put the hurt on the number 10 Golden Eagles.
Yeah, they really are. You got to get stops and a little more efficiency out of the offense. Moving around. I know defense sometimes stalls it, but try to get some better shots. Try to help that momentum to help your defense get that life back.
Myers with some drip as he fades to the elbow and lets it go. Rusty, I'll punch you in the face. I'll come right in the Marquette locker room and gift punch you in the face. We gotta do a podcast again, Rusty. That was awesome. I don't know if we can now that Ware's not on your team anymore, but you know, if you're feeling up to it, I'd love to do that again. That was awesome. We'll even bring Rusta back if anybody wants him back. Like, he literally talked nothing but trash on that podcast. Were you with Clemson in season 3 when they won the championship?
I was not.
Oh, okay.
I think I coached, and it was starting in season 4 or 5. So right after.
So you were with Clemson when Rusta was coaching Clemson for that short 3-week period that he was a coach, and he decided, yeah, I'm better as Charlie Banks point guard than Charlie Banks coach.
No, actually, that was my last year at Oregon.
Oh, okay. Great.
Well, yeah, and
Trying
then
to put
I
this
kind of
timeline
moved over.
together. Trying to learn more about you, Johnny. Feel out of place. I think it's because our players were on opposite ends of the CSBA country, and then when you switched and went to Louisville, I went to Syracuse, and we just stayed out of each other's conferences. It's probably why we've never talked.
Potentially, yeah. Funny thing is, it hurts me to this day. I'm a big UK fan, and you have to play for UK. Have a player.
A lot of talent comes out of that school. That's for sure.
For sure. I've been to Louisville twice, so it's just kind of I'm like, ugh. But
where do you live at? Where are you from?
I am from right outside of Louisville, actually.
What part? Like Jeffersonville?
Yeah. I'm kind of on the other side. I'm from Taylor.
On the Kentucky side? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, my mom lived in Jeffersonville, so I'm pretty familiar with the area. William Groves continuing his trend and got player of the first half, now player of the game. Rusty, you should probably pay that guy some Skittles or something.
Yeah, something, man. This game kind of just got out of hand, but kudos to Marquette, get kind of back on track, and
Well, I mean, out of hand, but also expected. Number 10 should be beating an unranked team like this. Would have been very exciting for Providence to stay in it. Not gonna. Well, yeah, I am gonna say they're out of it. 19-point deficit. Like I said earlier, we were in turnovers like that are exactly why. We were trending the other way. But it just wasn't meant to be, and Providence is double teaming the wrong people.
Yeah, no doubt. Questionable shot selection there. Very deep fadeaway 3.
Ooh, deflected pass right off the backboard there. Plesac looking on as he's about to come in. Uh-oh. Hey,
he got it.
Rusty, you should probably, it's not too late to delete that, bro.
Got that oop we were talking about.
Not only did he get the oop, but he's got the heat check as well. Doesn't even need it. This game's over. Brown for 3. No good. Man, all these centers. I'm so jealous of these centers now. I look like a straight sloth running down the court my first year here. And now we got all these athletic builds and guys that are 7'6", and it's nuts.
Yeah, it's nuts. See kind of the evolution of the league. Oh, we got 2 now. Whoa, well, now we got a treat.
Cameron.
Score. Now we got a treat. We got 2 actual oops. Loving it here. We got a dunk party now on both ends.
Now that the game is out of reach and doesn't matter, it's starting to pull out all the stops. You got to watch that if you're Providence, though. Coach will make you run for that stuff.
Oh, for sure.
Smith with some
Right
drip from the corner. (85-61). This game wasn't like this. Providence just ran out of gas. And Cameron with his second dunk in as many minutes. Minute and a half left to go in this one. What are you looking forward to in conference tourney play, Johnny? You got any teams that in your conference that you're looking to take revenge on, or just totally beat the shit out of?
Yeah, I'd like to give me trying to remember back exactly some of the scores. We don't necessarily blown out terribly. We haven't had a conference win. We played some good guys, but I would look and just kind of try to make a run and make some noise in general in the ACC. Just trying to improve overall as a team, and we got a bright future here at Louisville. We got 3 freshmen, then we kind of lead the way, and we're looking to improve and trying to make some noise and let the Louisville's still here, and we're a dangerous opponent if we play us at the right time.
Yeah, I got to get that KFC Yum Center rocking down there, and I'm sure you guys will have a good run in the conference tourney. Myself, I talked a lot of shit to Iowa a couple weeks back, and I actually ended up having to change my profile picture, and I'm a little bit salty about that. So, God, I hope we see them again. They're gonna get it. So.
I don't say I talked really shit, because like I said, sometimes in and out in the chat, and
Yeah.
every once in a while I'll talk to somebody to that, but I think at the time, really looking back at it, being a lot in the ACC, getting some wins against North Carolina and Duke, and honestly, Syracuse are on my mind. Would love to maybe take one of them down for sure in the tournament.
Syracuse is a tough out, known around the CSBA for dropping people in clutch situations. Going to the Final Four last season, just out of nowhere, dark horse, true Cinderella story here in the CSBA. I might be biased. I was on that team.
No doubt. So I think we had a good run against them this year. Just didn't fall our way. I will say what sticks me way back, like I said, first couple seasons, one of our first best runs. I think it was either the first 2 seasons, went to the Elite 8, had to play Duke, and we just had probably my breakout game of the year comes into a loss against Duke, so Duke's always had a nasty taste in my mouth.
Yeah, Duke. So Ty was coaching Duke the year I went to Syracuse, and she had talked to me, during the transfer portal period, and she's like, "Hey, I'm at Duke now. You and Charlie should come here because Rusta and I wanted to play together. We're friends in real life, so she's like, you and Rusta should come here. Everything will be great." So I'm like, "Yeah, that sounds great. Let's do that." I mean, I'm not really a huge Blue Devil fan, but hey, with Ty being who she is and a championship coach and things like that, I go to this idea with Rusta, and he goes, "No, I hate Duke. We're not going there." I was like, great. 87-69 is your final. That is not it. Marquette won this game. We're gonna immediately break into the team comparison here, Johnny. Run me down this highlighter of yellow on the left side here, and then I'll take over for Providence and kind of talk about what they didn't do.
Kind of for Marquette, looking there, 64% from field goal percentage. It just really showed there. That's why the league grew to 18. They were more efficient on the offense, better looks, knocking down their shots. As I noted to myself, looking at their last game, they were 9 of 15 from the 3-point line. They were hot there, and they stayed hot. Free throws, about subpar, 8 of 13, 62%. Not a big deal, but moving forward, moving into postseason play, that's something to worry about for sure. But perfect in the points in the paint. They dominated. Fast break points, they dominated as well. 19 out of 8. They did what they needed to do. They took care of business as one of the top 15 teams in the country. Out-rebounded them. Exactly what kind of the rank they did. A ranked team should do on the road against a team that's struggling in the conference on the bottom part of it. Not taking away from Providence, they scrapped away, but Marquette did what they needed to do.
Yeah, really, things that stand out for me: 41 bench points, 8 steals and 7 blocks on the Marquette side, and then their biggest lead was 24. That happened in the second half because their biggest lead in the first half was about 5. So they really turned it on in the second half, and maybe Providence needs to run some gassers at practice. I'm not really sure. Also, Marquette was able to get to the line a lot more. 13 attempts at the line. Not the best free throw percentage, but 8 is still better than 4. And as we alluded to, not a lot of yellow on the right side. Time of possession being one of them. Providence led in dunks, cool. Assists, great. Second chance points, both teams lackluster there. So we'll dive right into the box score here. They'll give us Providence first. Sky Bolt, him and Cameron lead this Friars squad. 17, 2, and 6, responsible for 29. This PRF stat over here on the far right I pay attention to it a lot because that lets you know how many facilitators you have on your team, and anything over 10 is fantastic, especially if you're coming off the bench with 10. Barnes, 13 and 1. Now, obviously, if you don't have any assists, your PRF is going to be what you scored. Cameron, 12, 8 and 1. PRF of 15. Blurry, 7, 2, and 3. 15 as well. Low, 6 points on the night. Not really efficient. 2 of 9. Shot whole lot of shots. 3 of them were three-pointers. Pretty good there in the three-pointer category, but ultimately not the best night in the world for Taylor. Quirk had 4 points, 2 rebounds. Long Dong Ong had 4 points, 2 of 2 on the night, so super efficient if you want to, say that is super efficient. 1 rebound. Would like to see him, if he's the future of the centers for the Friars, then would love to see him with 1 more rebound and maybe 1 more block. I think not 1 more rebound, 9 more rebounds and 1 more block. I think 10 rebounds and 2 blocks is the bar set for centers in this league. Ray Brown, 2 points, 3 assists. Sensory, really quiet night for him. He's usually a huge spot for this Friars squad, but it was held in check tonight. Deuce, and a steal, 2 turnovers as well. So not the best night for him. He'll want to clean that up. Drake with 2, 3, and 2. And we'll switch over to Marquette. To the victors go the spoils. Groves, he was your player of the game. What'd you like from Groves, Johnny?
I really kind of that stat line, kind of a little bit of everything. He's responsible for 27 points. He had 18 on his own. Knocked down. He had 2 opportunities from the 3, knocked those down. Really good defensively. I thought maybe he had a couple steals, but it may have just been deflections or whatnot. But he took care of business on the defensive end and not really let his matchup kind of take over. And he was just a steady presence all night.
2 of 2 from the 3-point line and a PRF of 27 to boot. So 8 of 10, shooting 80% by himself. Just the beacon of light that Marquette needed to pull this off, especially in the second half. D. Smith, 17 points, 1 rebound, 1 steal. Holmes Harris had 12 and 4 assists with 1 steal. His PRF was 22. Yao had 11, 8. So, thought this kid had a quiet night, but towards the end we were talking about him. He's an absolute mountain of a man, and PRF of 13. 11 and 8 is pretty good. 1 assist, 1 steal, 2 blocks. So close to that standard, I feel. Dante Green, 9, 2, and 2 with 1 block. PRF of 14. Gus Scott, 7, 0, 1, and 1 steal. 2 of 2 on the night. So like we talked about, in the breakdown, Marquette super efficient, Johnny.
Yeah, they really were. Just like I said, they kind of just did what they needed to do. They came in a little rough, as expected. You're going on the road. It's the final game. Providence is trying to find something to kind of counter up going into the postseason play. And in the second half, they, as I said earlier, at one point, it said this is a dangerous spot. Only down 5, but don't let it get to 7. Don't let it get to 9. And they kind of didn't. But then all of a sudden, in the second half, they kind of just traded buckets, and Marquette continued to score, and then Providence did not, and so they were just very efficient even on the defensive side as well.
Gleasack Jr., 5 points, 8 rebounds, and a 1-1-1 assist steal block. His PRF was 7. Hook 2-4 with 1 block. James just 1 assist, 1 steal, and that'll about do it. Johnny, anything you want to say before we sign off here?
I think in the second half, Marquette really showed what kind of team they can be. Kind of more all around. What they can do. They can push in the fast break. They can dominate in the paint, and they knock down the 3 at a very consistent basis. And that's honestly an equation, in my opinion, to make a deep run into the conference tournament and the NCAA tournament.
All right, well, that'll about do it for us. For myself, I'm Juke. It's Johnny in the booth with me. Thank you so much, my friend, for coming in here. And it's been a great pleasure calling the game with you, and we're going to sign out. Y'all have a great night.